Hi, so I just saw something on Reddit, and Insta Celebs gossip subreddit is like obsessed with AwkwardGoat apparently. And every time I see about anything about her, I just get like really mad. And I mean, like sometimes she says like things which are valid, like which is a fact. You cannot deny that. And sometimes like she says the fact, but the way she says it just provokes me in a different way. You know what I mean? As I said, sometimes her points are really valid, but the way she says it and then how she twists, it according to her convenience is kind of like something that rubs me the wrong way. And she made a video which like Insta posted. I don't follow her, so whatever I see about her, it's from that subreddit. And basically she's using the R word and saying that it's a cringy word and I used to cringe at it, but I have been called that like multiple times a day by a lot of people, so I'm gonna like be desensitized by it, because take the power away from the word, which I get, because people used to call every single girl, like girls who are like so far away from being a slut, they used to be called sluts in school. So I completely agree with her on this one, that desensitize yourself from that and like just take the power away from the word. It's just a word. I also do not condone anyone calling her the R word or any girl ever, okay? I think it's beyond disrespectful for everybody. And what are you trying to prove by calling her that? Like, is she sleeping with you? Are you giving her money to sleep with you? What the fuck? Like, yes, you can disagree with somebody, but the hate, the unnecessary hate and calling of names, I think is atrocious. Like, I do not like her. I have said it in like multiple videos so far. I don't like how she thinks like the world revolves around her, and like it's her place and we're just living in it. You know what I mean? So I obviously don't like those things, but I also can sympathize with someone who gets like hate on that level. Is she a rage beta? Sure. Who is not? Everybody's chasing something, like she's chasing clout. So is everybody. But again, I understand like weight of platform and all of those things, but why are you calling someone the R word? Yes, she's a hypocrite because she has tweeted in the past saying, as an Indian, if you are joking about suicide, then you are not funny. And I completely agree with that statement. But then she says to someone who just like didn't even troll her, didn't even say anything, not even nothing at all. He, or I think it's a guy, anyways, they said तू इंस्टा पे ही ठीक है, and then she said कि तू blue drum में, which I feel like it's like, again, it's like national traumatic event. You are using it as just like a funny thing. Now people will say like, people say dumb shit like bell treatment and blue drum whatever thing, in people's like normal reels when they're just dancing and stuff. Yes, people are insane, we know this, and it is like something you shouldn't joke about, but she's a therapist, or like she claims to be, okay? And like people again respect that feel, and like people kind of like respect her because she's a therapist. So coming from her just feels like, bro, come on, you could do better, like come on, and like again, to say everything I said, I do not like her. I think her stance about everything is stupid. Some points are really valid. I've said it before, I will say it again. If you hate patriarchy so much, then why did you get married? You were not forced to. You come from a very privileged background, seemingly. You didn't need a cow, your family didn't need to, marry you off to survive or whatever. Then why did you get married if you have so many problems with patriarchy and men or whatever? But calling someone the R word or threatening them with a grape or whatever, it's, come on, we can do better as a society. Again, have said this multiple times before and I will say this again, nobody deserves to get hated on that level, no matter how badly they are trolling. She's not a criminal, she's not doing anything which is harming, I mean, she is harming society as a whole, but let's not give her too much power. Okay? But nobody deserves to get hated in the way she is getting hated lately. I mean, again, she needs to stop with the rage rate, but she's thinking like she's making a point, or I think she's doing it for the engagement, because I don't know. And I do not agree with that, but I also don't agree with people calling her the R word. I think it's, what are you doing as a society? Anyways, this was my thought about this because I saw it and it just like riled me up. Also, she riles me up. Whatever. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and let's talk. Okay, see you in the next one.